Do you know that Native Americans experience higher rates of unaliving themselves than any other ethnic group in the United States? Also, you will be amazed to know that Native Americans first played the popular sport of lacrosse. These facts and many more will be uncovered in our previous explorations. You can check them out after watching this new chapter, which explores 9 shocking facts about Native American tribes. There is so much more to unveil about their astonishing history and culture. From extraordinary achievements to untold stories, this journey, brought to you by Native Journals, promises to reveal a side of Native American history that is both eye-opening and thought-provoking. Before we launch into the business for the day, kindly give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more captivating insights into Native American tribes. Without wasting time, let's get right into it. Fact number 1. In the mid-20th century, Native American women were subjected to forced sterilization without their consent as part of a eugenics program aimed at reducing the Native American population. In case you are wondering what sterilization is all about, it is a medical procedure carried out to put a permanent stop to a person's ability to reproduce, or simply put, have children. Anyone who would want this procedure to be carried out would have given it a serious and deliberate thought. Unfortunately, beginning in the 1960s and continuing into the 1970s, thousands of Native American women were subjected to coercive or outright forced sterilizations, often without a clear understanding of the irreversible consequences of the procedures. The motivations behind these actions were rooted in racist ideologies and a belief in eugenics, which falsely claimed to improve the genetic quality of the population by controlling reproduction. An estimated percentage of 25 to 42% of Indigenous women of childbearing age underwent this gruesome procedure. Image a 15-year-old girl being scheduled to have an appendectomy and ends up getting her uterus removed or tubes blocked without her consent. The consequences of forced sterilization extend far beyond the immediate physical impact on the women involved. The trauma inflicted by these actions has left lasting scars on Native American women. The loss of reproductive autonomy not only robbed them of their right to make choices about their bodies, but also disrupted the natural course of family life and cultural continuity. In the aftermath of this dark period, advocacy groups and individuals have worked tirelessly to bring attention to the injustices suffered by Native American women and to seek accountability for those responsible. Efforts to address historical wrongs, acknowledge the trauma inflicted, and provide support for affected individuals have gained momentum, but the scars of forced sterilization linger. Fact 2. The Cherokee Nation, one of the largest tribes, has a writing system developed by Sequoyah in the early 19th century. The Cherokee Nation, a prominent and resilient Native American tribe, boasts a unique cultural achievement, developing a written language. This groundbreaking system was created by Sequoyah, a visionary Cherokee silversmith and polymath, in the early 19th century. Sequoyah was born around 1770 in the Cherokee town of Tuskegee, in present-day Tennessee. Despite being uneducated and not exposed to formal schooling, Sequoyah demonstrated an exceptional aptitude for learning. He was fascinated with how Europeans communicated in spoken language and written symbols, and that got him wondering, can a unique writing system be created for the Cherokee Nation? He told his unique ideas to others, but ended up severely tongue-lashed. Some even tried to discourage him by claiming that the use of written language was synonymous with witchcraft. However, he refused to get intimidated and created a writing system for the Cherokee language. In the early 1800s, Sequoyah began experimenting with the concept of a written form for Cherokee with the help of his daughter, Ayoka. His innovative and practical approach focused on creating characters that represented syllables rather than individual sounds. After 12 years of dedicated effort, Sequoyah successfully created a syllabary of 85 characters, each representing a specific syllable in the Cherokee language. Remarkably, he accomplished this feat without prior knowledge of writing systems, making his achievement even more extraordinary. He then went to teach his brother-in-law, but unfortunately, word got out that Sequoyah's strange dream had been fulfilled. So he, alongside his young daughter, was charged with witchcraft and was forced to be separated. While in isolation, the people wanted to know if the written language worked by ordering them to exchange messages on paper. The warriors, most significantly, realized its effectiveness and asked to learn. Within a short time, most became very fluent in reading Cherokee symbols. The Cherokee syllabary was formally introduced to the Cherokee Nation in 1825. The impact of Sequoyah's syllabary was profound and immediate. It provided the Cherokee people with a powerful tool for communication and documentation. As a result, the Cherokee Nation became one of the first Native American tribes to have a written language. This newfound ability to record their thoughts and history in written form contributed to the preservation and transmission of Cherokee culture, especially during a time of significant cultural disruption caused by the forced removal known as the Trail of Tears. Thanks to the efforts of Samuel Worcester, a white Christian missionary, the Cherokee acquired a printing press and initiated the publication of the Cherokee Phoenix in 1828. Notably, the Cherokee Phoenix is the inaugural bilingual newspaper in U.S. history, featuring content printed in both English and a slightly adapted version of the Cherokee syllabary. This pioneering endeavor marked a significant step forward in the cultural and communicative capabilities of the Cherokee Nation during that period. In recognition of his monumental achievement, Sequoyah is celebrated as a cultural hero in Cherokee history. His legacy endures in the continued use of the Cherokee syllabary, which remains a vital part of Cherokee cultural identity. Fact 3. Totem poles, often associated with Pacific Northwest tribes, serve as symbolic monuments and tell stories through carved figures. Totem poles stand as towering symbols of Native American artistry and cultural expression, particularly associated with the indigenous tribes of the Pacific Northwest. These majestic wooden monuments, usually between 15 or over 20 meters high, intricately carved with symbolic figures and rich iconography, serve as artistic masterpieces and historical storytellers. Primarily created by tribes such as the Haida, Tlingit, and Kwakwakawaku, totem poles are not merely static sculptures, but dynamic conduits of cultural transmission. Each figure etched into the wood carries profound meaning, reflecting the tribe's history, spirituality, and societal values. One striking aspect of totem poles is their function as familial or clan emblems, signifying lineage and social standing within the community. These monumental structures often depict animals such as ravens, eagles, bears, wolves, and sharks, mythological creatures, and ancestral spirits, each with specific attributes and stories. The choice of symbols is deliberate, representing a family's historical achievements or even commemorating significant events. Many totem poles are mainly represented by animals, each with unique meanings. For example, the eagle signifies divine intelligence and freedom. The bear signifies strength and instinct, the wolf signifies loyalty, intelligence, and space, and the frog symbolizes cleansing, peace, and adaptivity. As time progresses, the creation of totem poles has evolved, adapting to changing circumstances while maintaining cultural integrity. Contemporary totem pole carvers continue to honor traditional methods, using hand tools to shape and carve cedar logs meticulously. Fact 4. The Navajo code talkers played a crucial role in secret communication during World War II, using their native language as an unbreakable code. The history of the Navajo code talkers is a remarkable tale of innovation, bravery, and the vital role played by Native Americans during World War II. As conflict surrounded the United States in the early 1940s, the military desperately needed secure and unbreakable communication methods. Recognizing the potential of Native American languages, specifically the Navajo language, as an indecipherable code, the U.S. Marine Corps sought to enlist the help of Navajo speakers. In 1942, the first group of Navajo recruits was selected and sent to boot camp. These individuals would later become known as the Navajo code talkers. The uniqueness of the Navajo language proved to be a crucial asset. With its intricate grammar, tonal qualities, and absence of a written form at the time, Navajo presented a big headache for anyone attempting to decipher it without knowledge of the code. The code talkers developed a system where each Navajo word represented a military term, creating a complex and virtually impenetrable code. After rigorous training, the Navajo code talkers were deployed to the Pacific Theater, where they played a pivotal role in several significant battles. Their ability to transmit sensitive information quickly and securely gave the United States a considerable advantage. In the heat of war, the code talkers relayed orders, coordinates, and other critical details, confounding enemy intelligence and contributing to the success of Allied operations. Despite the importance of their work, the efforts of the Navajo code talkers remained classified for many years after the war. It wasn't until 1968 that the US government declassified the code, allowing the full extent of their contributions to be recognized. The Navajo code talkers' story gained broader attention, and they began to receive the acknowledgement and honors they deserved. In 2001, The original 29 Navajo code talkers were collectively awarded the Congressional Gold Medal by the United States Congress, recognizing their extraordinary service and impact on the outcome of World War II. Fact 5. The term powwow refers to a social gathering or celebration among Native American communities, featuring music, dance, and traditional ceremonies. Powwow, apart from sounding cute, is deeply rooted in Native American culture. It is signified by an elaborate event filled with celebration, dancing, and networking. Powwows trace their roots through generations, deep into the history of Native American tribes. What began as sacred ceremonies evolved into inclusive social gatherings, providing a platform for various tribes to come together and share their unique traditions. The historical significance of powwows is underscored by their role in preserving cultural practices that might otherwise have been lost to the passage of time. Central to the powwow experience are the rhythmic beats of drums and the mesmerizing sounds of traditional songs. Dance, another integral component, takes on different forms, each reflecting the distinct traditions of other tribes. The colorful regalia dancers wear tells a story, representing tribal affiliations, personal achievements, and spiritual connections. While powwows are undeniably joyous occasions, they also retain spiritual dimensions. Certain ceremonies within the powwow, such as the Grand Entry, hold deep symbolic meaning. The Grand Entry, a procession of participants into the dance arena, represents a reconnection with ancestral spirits and the reaffirmation of cultural roots. The sacredness of these moments adds a layer of reverence to the festivities. If you're enjoying these facts, kindly give us a thumbs up if you're yet to do so. Fact 6. Many Native American languages are endangered, so efforts are being made to revitalize and preserve them through language programs and education. Language, for Native American tribes, is more than a mere means of communication. It serves as a means of cultural identity, transmitting traditions, beliefs, and values from one generation to the next. Unfortunately, several factors, such as forced assimilation policies and the erosion of traditional lifestyles, have contributed to the decline of native languages over the years. To prove this fact, the Administration for Native Americans reports that within the United States, there exist 245 distinct indigenous languages. Unfortunately, 65 of these languages have already become extinct, and an additional 75 are on the brink of extinction, with only a handful of fluent speakers remaining. Recognizing the urgency of this situation, indigenous communities and organizations, often in collaboration with linguists and educators, have initiated language programs designed to revitalize and preserve these endangered languages. These programs employ a multifaceted approach, including community involvement, linguistic research, and educational strategies. A typical example is the Native Language Immersion Initiative, launched in 2017. Fact 7. Dreamcatchers, originating from Ojibwe culture, are believed to filter out negative dreams and allow positive ones to pass through. With its delicate web of threads and feathers, the iconic dreamcatcher traces its roots to the rich Ojibwe culture, a Native American tribe with a deep connection to the Great Lakes region. In Ojibwe tradition, these mystical objects are not merely ornamental, they are believed to possess a profound spiritual significance, serving as protectors against negative energy and harbingers of positive visions during sleep. According to Ojibwe legend, the Dreamcatcher's design is inspired by the spider's web, which symbolizes wisdom and the interconnectedness of all life. The hoop, typically made of willow, represents the circle of life, and the web inside is meant to capture negative dreams, preventing them from reaching the dreamer. Instead, positive goals are said to slip through the openings in the web and gently glide down the feathers to bless the sleeper. In contemporary times, Dreamcatchers have found a place in diverse settings, from art galleries to bedrooms, serving as decorative elements and potent symbols of hope and protection. Fact 8. The buffalo or bison is a sacred and significant animal for many Plains Indian tribes, providing food, shelter, and materials for various purposes. The bison or buffalo equaled survival for many Native American tribes. For centuries, the buffalo has been a lifeline for Plains Indians, offering sustenance, shelter, and materials for various purposes. First and foremost, the buffalo provided a vital source of sustenance for these tribes. The meat served as a primary food source, offering nourishment during harsh winters and ensuring the survival of entire communities. The Plains Indians utilized every part of the buffalo, wasting nothing and honoring the animal's spirit through their resourceful practices. Beyond nourishment, the buffalo played a pivotal role in providing shelter. Tribes ingeniously used buffalo hides to craft durable and weather-resistant teepees, creating portable homes that facilitated their nomadic lifestyle. The hides were employed in teepee construction and transformed into clothing, blankets, and other functional items. Bones and ligaments were fashioned into tools and weapons, showcasing the tribe's ingenuity in utilizing every component of the buffalo for practical needs. Every part was valuable, even down to its bladder, which was popularly used as a water bottle. Final fact: the term two-spirit is used by some Native American cultures to describe individuals embodying both masculine and feminine qualities. For many Native American tribes, the concept of two-spirit is deeply rooted in cultural and spiritual traditions. These individuals are often regarded as possessing a unique balance of masculine and feminine energies, and their presence is recognized and respected within the community. The term itself is a modern pan-tribal term that emerged in the 1990s to encompass the diverse indigenous gender identities across different tribes. In essence, two-spirit reflects a holistic and spiritual approach to gender identity. Throughout history, two-spirit individuals held esteemed positions within their tribes, undertaking diverse roles including visionaries, artists, healers, matchmakers, counselors, and warriors. Their responsibilities frequently encompass tasks traditionally assigned to male and female community members. For example, a two-spirit individual could go to war, undertake house chores, and care for children. And that brings us to the end of this video, uncovering amazing facts about the Native American culture. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and kindly hit the like and subscribe button if you're yet to do so. Thank you.